Mindfulness Rose presents Why Millennials Look Younger Than Gen Z in 2026. Have you noticed something strange lately? A 35-year-old millennial walks into a room, and people assume they're 25. Then a 22-year-old Gen Z walks in, and people think they're pushing 30. Sounds impossible, right? But all across social media, people are asking the same question. Why do millennials seem to look younger than Gen Z? In fact, thousands of videos, tweets, and online discussions have exploded around this topic. Some people blame stress. Others blame skincare trends. Some even think modern lifestyles are aging Gen Z at an accelerated rate. But what's really going on? Is Gen Z actually aging faster? Or are millennials simply aging differently? Today, we're diving deep into the surprising science, psychology, lifestyle habits, and cultural shifts behind one of the internet's most fascinating debates. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why so many people believe millennials look younger than Gen Z in 2026, and the answer might completely change the way you think about aging. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's get started. Chapter 1. The viral phenomenon. A few years ago, nobody was talking about this. Then suddenly social media became flooded with side-by-side comparisons. People began posting photos showing millennials in their mid-30s looking surprisingly youthful. At the same time, viewers started commenting that many Gen Z influencers appeared older than their actual age. Some comments were brutal. Why does this 21-year-old look 35? How is she younger than me? There's no way, he's only 23. These conversations spread rapidly across TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X. But before we go any further, let's make something clear. Not every millennial looks young. Not every Gen Z person looks old. There are beautiful, youthful-looking people in every generation. What we're discussing is a trend in perception, a pattern that millions of people believe they're noticing. And whenever millions of people notice the same thing, it's worth investigating, because perception often reveals something deeper. Chapter 2. Stress is written on the face. Let's talk about stress. Scientists have known for years that chronic stress can accelerate visible aging. Stress affects hormones. Stress affects sleep. Stress affects skin. Stress affects overall health. And Gen Z has grown up in one of the most stressful environments in modern history. Think about it. Many Gen Z individuals experienced global lockdowns during their most important developmental years. They entered adulthood during economic uncertainty. Housing costs skyrocketed. Job competition intensified. Inflation increased. Social pressures became relentless. And unlike previous generations, Gen Z has been connected to the internet almost every waking moment of their lives. Imagine carrying the opinions of thousands of strangers in your pocket every single day. That level of constant exposure creates a unique type of stress that previous generations never experienced. And stress leaves marks, dark circles, tired eyes, dull skin, premature wrinkles, facial tension. Over time, these subtle changes can dramatically influence how old someone appears. Chapter 3. The social media effect. Now let's talk about a factor many people overlook: filters. For years, social media has trained our brains to compare real faces against digitally enhanced faces. We've become accustomed to seeing flawless skin, perfect lighting, artificial symmetry, smooth textures, edited features. As a result, when we see a normal young adult face, it sometimes appears older than it really is. Ironically, the very technology designed to make people look younger may have distorted our perception of age. Many Gen Z users grew up surrounded by filters from adolescence. Some researchers believe this may have created unrealistic expectations regarding what youthful skin should actually look like. In other words, Gen Z isn't necessarily looking older. Our brains may simply be judging them against impossible standards. And that's an important distinction. Chapter 4. Sun damage and screen time. Here's something surprising. One of the biggest contributors to visible aging isn't age itself. It's cumulative damage, especially from ultraviolet radiation. For years, millennials were bombarded with messages about sunscreen. Wear sunscreen. Protect your skin. Avoid tanning beds. Use SPF daily. Many millennials adopted these habits early. Meanwhile, skincare culture evolved dramatically for Gen Z. Instead of focusing on the basics, many young people became obsessed with complex routines involving 10 or more products. But here's the catch: no serum can fully compensate for poor sleep, chronic stress, dehydration, or excessive sun exposure. Sometimes the simplest habits have the biggest impact. Dermatologists repeatedly emphasize that sunscreen remains one of the most effective anti-aging tools ever discovered, and many youthful-looking millennials have been using it consistently for over a decade. that advantage compounds over time. Chapter 5. Fashion can change perceived age. Now let's discuss a factor most people completely ignore. Clothing. Fashion dramatically affects perceived age. Remember the millennials of the early 2010s, skinny jeans, casual sneakers, layered outfits, youth-oriented styles. Now compare that with many current Gen Z fashion trends. Oversized blazers, vintage-inspired clothing, 1990s aesthetics, 2000s revival fashion, structured silhouettes. Interestingly, many of these styles were originally worn by older adults decades ago. As a result, some Gen Z fashion choices can unintentionally make wearers appear more mature. It's not that their faces look older, it's that the overall presentation communicates adulthood. And when fashion signals adulthood, observers often estimate a person's age higher than reality. This psychological effect is stronger than most people realize. Chapter 6. The fitness factor. Another major difference involves physical activity. Millennials came of age during the fitness boom. Gym culture exploded, running became mainstream, home workouts became popular, fitness influencers emerged, health awareness increased significantly. Many millennials carried these habits into adulthood. Physical activity improves circulation, improves posture, improves skin health, improves sleep quality, and all of these factors influence how youthful someone appears. Meanwhile, younger generations spend more time in digital environments than any generation before them. That doesn't mean Gen Z is unhealthy. Many are extremely health conscious, but increased screen time often means increased sedentary behavior, and lifestyle choices eventually become visible. The body keeps score, the face often reveals it. Chapter 7. The surprising psychology of aging. Here's where things get really interesting. Studies suggest people don't judge age objectively. We judge age relative to expectations. For decades, people expected 35-year-olds to look old. Then millennials reached 35, and many didn't match that expectation. Why? Because healthcare improved, nutrition improved, fitness improved, skincare improved. As a result, millennials redefined what 35 looks like. At the same time, Gen Z entered adulthood carrying mature fashion trends, serious online personas, and higher levels of public visibility. This created a strange illusion. Older people looked younger than expected. Younger people looked older than expected. And the contrast made the difference seem larger than it actually was. Conclusion. So, do millennials really look younger than Gen Z in 2026? The answer is both yes and no. Some millennials genuinely benefit from years of skincare, fitness habits, and sun protection. Some Gen Z individuals are experiencing unprecedented levels of stress and digital pressure. But much of this phenomenon comes down to perception, fashion, social media, psychology, expectations. Perhaps the real lesson isn't about which generation looks younger. Perhaps it's about understanding that aging is influenced by countless factors beyond the number on a birth certificate. Because at the end of the day, looking youthful isn't just about age. It's about lifestyle, health, stress management, sleep, confidence, and taking care of yourself over the long term. What do you think? Do millennials actually look younger than Gen Z? Or is the internet exaggerating the difference? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating insights into psychology, health, self-improvement, and modern life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on notification bell. That way you get notified for our next post. Also be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.